Hi, Jodi Brandon here of Jodi Brandon Editorial. Welcome to my channel. Today we're talking all about going from blog to book. Repurposing is a big buzzword today in the online creative world. I'm sure it's one that you've heard a lot about, and it makes perfect sense. You do the work once and you maximize what you can get out of it. And this really applies well to writing, especially going from blog writing to book writing. So we've talked before about the ways that the book can help your business grow and establish your authority and increase your credibility and all of those great things. But you might be wondering how you're going to do that or how you're going to get all of those words written. It's a lot of words, right? So I bet you'd be surprised if you took a look back through your blog and saw all of the relevant material you might have that you can just repurpose. There it is, the magic word, right? Here's what I recommend you do. I would bet that your blog has several categories, anywhere from 4 or 5 up to 7 or 8, depending on what your industry is. So take a look. Maybe you already sort your editorial calendar this way. If you don't, this would be a great exercise also to do. So you take those categories and you see what posts you have under each category. So for example, I wrote actually a blog post about going from blog to book, and it was under the general writing category and also the writing tips category. So those are 2 of the categories on my blog. So you get the idea. So you see what you have under each category and which categories, maybe have the most topics about them. And then you want to see which topics and which posts get the most engagement from your readers, because those are obviously the subject areas that they're most interested in learning more about. So once you have those, you can start to see how a book table of contents could come together based on those ideas. How do they fit together? Now, I'm not saying that you simply are going to slap those blog posts together and magically have a book. That's absolutely not the case. Please don't misunderstand. But once you have those posts mapped out in an outline form, you can see, what follows each other logically, which idea for a chapter might go before one or after another. And you can start to see how a book might take shape. And so then really breaking down an actual blog post, the blog post title then might be a book chapter. Headings within that blog post might be subheads within a chapter. And then it's just a matter of seeing where you need to fill in. Obviously, a book is a lot more words than, even the longest blog posts are not tens of thousands of words, I hope. And if you're doing that, please stop. So you are going to have to fill in words and material. But what you do is you get everything, sort of fleshed out in the order that you think makes sense for a book. And then you see where are there points that I could expand on that? Where are there points where I could add an example from, a recent client experience that I could add in there to, to illustrate that point and expand on it? So whereas a blog post, you're not trying to, I'm not saying it's filler, but a blog post, people are trying to, get in, get out, reading quickly. Whereas a book, you do have the room and, the time to get into more detail and more examples and more, evidence to back up your points. So, and all of that can come, the starting point can come for your blog posts, and then you sort of see where you have to fill in. So it's not rocket science, and it's not that complicated to do once you have, the general structure. And you do that by going through that exercise that we just talked about with the blog categories. And I bet when you do that, you'll find that you have a lot more material than you thought, and a much stronger base from which to start writing a book. So if I can help you anyway, you know where to find me. I would love it if you would subscribe to the channel, leave me a note at the comment, let me know what you think about this video, and if I can help you in any way, please be sure to reach out. Thanks.